Morning. Welcome to the Proudmasculine live stream pop-in. I haven't done one of these in a couple of days. Thank everybody for coming in. My goodness. I have an appointment Thursday, so as soon as I can get, we need some surgery on this thing. Anyhow, yeah, thank y'all for coming in. I've done one of these in a while. I've been sick. I've been laid up. And yesterday I started feeling better. I took a long nap. I wake up feeling like a new person today. And I've just been doing some running around this morning. Now I'm on my commute, so I get an opportunity to post, which is great. I love coming in here, especially on such a day, an historic day like this, November 5th, Tuesday, November 5th. It's election day. And I don't know, I did this live in hopes to reach some people to say, go vote. This is an important election. I mean, if you aren't aware, so if you've been alive long enough to vote, you can obviously see the state of this country, the state this country's in. And it's in shambles. Not just the country, the whole world, the social climate of the world. And especially if you're a mainliner, if you mainstream everything, if you mainstream your mainstream news guy, girl, local channel, news channels, and network news channels, you're getting fed some bullshit, honestly. But I mean, if you aren't aware of the state, I mean, just look around. Just if you go out, look around, look at society, listen to the music, watch what's on TV. Open your eyes, look at everyday people in public, and assess for yourself what is going on. And you'll see that we're in a dip. And we're in a dip economically, socially, financially, energetically, spiritually. So, but especially these younger people coming in, understand that we're not in a great place right now. And sorry, I'm from Louisiana. We're not in a great place, and this is an important election to be able to impart a change moving forward the next 4 years. Hold on a second. Let me, there we go. There we go. So, and you look at socially, the world is nuts. There's a war. There's everywhere you look, there's wars. There's race wars, sex wars. Thank you, Arthur, but that's trolls. I'm just learning about trolls, man. I really am. These people come in just to do that kind of stuff. And this is the kind of people that our society has created. These keyboard gangsters, these keyboard tough guys, these interrupters, these men who have these feminine tendencies to want to get an emotional reaction out of another man. That's just a confused, lost little boy. And maybe it's a little boy, I don't know. even if it's a grown man. Can you imagine a grown man raising a family? And that's the kind of men we have out there today that will come in to a constructive, positive environment and try to inject, try to agitate and instigate. Like this, I don't get it. But that's the men we're breeding. This is the men that are coming up behind me in society. Luckily, I have a son who's hard as fucking chicken lips and who's a great kid. I say kid, I still call him a kid. He's 21, he's a young man. But that, like, defer to women and sit in front of video games and TV all day and don't do anything to challenge themselves. This is the society they're creating to be able to impart control and then slowly, subtly inject their ideas into society where soft men and women are malleable. They can be told anything. Oh, this is for your greater good. This is for society's good. Yeah, let all these people illegally come into our country because they deserve a chance. And this, men, stay home from work and let the woman go make a living and raise your children. Stay at home dad. There's nothing wrong with that. That's emasculating. Ladies, go out there and get you. Don't worry about starting a family. Don't worry about fulfilling life's most high honor on this planet in God's eyes is to fulfill your role as a mother and a provide and a nourish the glue for the family. Don't worry about that. Go get your college degree. Go fuck a bunch of dudes. Go freeze your eggs and have kids. Like it's a lie. Here, kids, 6, 7 years old. You don't understand. You feel like a girl, go be a girl. Go get your penis chopped off. Go make a decision as a toddler. An adolescent. To have irreversible damage done to your body. Like, think about what's going on, people. And this is probably one of the most critical points in history. Well, I can say, I don't know. I haven't been alive for whole history. I've been alive for 48 years. And I can tell you there's something in the air. There's something in the air. Like it's off. Like I look around, I look at people's eyes, they're gone. It's like I wonder if people are just here just to fill up space. I don't know. You got rudderless men, rudderless meaning directionless, men with no purpose, no aim, no solid drive, no purpose to fulfill and achieve and conquer and just soft, rudderless men that society's created. And they're getting away with whatever they want. And it's getting worse and worse. And they got us convinced that we're so different and we're adversaries and we're against each other. And women, you're being held down by the patriarchy. Men, you need to step up and express your feelings and tell her how you feel and cry. And wife that single mom that had 2 different babies from 2 different daddies, and you be the real man. Let me clue you in on something, guys. Anytime anybody starts something out with a real man would, it's a trap. That's just a form of manipulation that either men, weak-ass men, are trying to convince you to go in the direction they go. Women are trying to get something out of your systems, trying to get you to do something. So they tug at your vulnerabilities by calling you a real man would, such and such and such. If you're hearing that, you're being lied to. You're being bullshitted. You're being manipulated. And I'll tell you, I've been posting in Instagram, stories about just certain things that have been coming to light over the last, I don't know, 6 months. And I don't have a big following on Instagram or YouTube. I love my following. I love my community. Y'all the best, and thank for everything. Same thing with Instagram. I don't have a huge following. But I would get on my stories, I'd post about my day or something to do with working out, something to do with fitness. Just staying current on, day-to-day things, sunsets, full moons. I love that kind of shit. And I would get, 200 plus looks at my story. I know, not a lot, by any means. But I'm making a point. I would get 200 something views on my story. Now I'm down I'm lucky if I get 30 since I've been posting. So what does that tell you? That they don't like what I'm saying. The powers that be, the systems, are censoring. Why would they want to censor something if they weren't afraid of other people understanding it and other people grasping it and internalizing it? And it's just things about, like the assassination attempts, the election fraud, the illegals pouring in, the money poured out, the inflation, the state of society, the state of nuclear families being dismantled, the constant taking away of rights and raising of taxes, like all these things, the food that they give us. This country has got the sickest people with the worst food. The food is chemicals and artificial processed, ultra processed everything. Like this country's falling apart. And we got good, well-to-do, hard-working people in this country that keep this country together. We can barely afford to live day to day. We can barely afford it. Everything's going up with the paychecks, And yet you have people coming in here in droves. We just had a disaster, one of the worst disasters in the last few years, the Maui fires, the North Carolina situation and Florida situation with the Hurricane Helene. And these people can't get made whole. They said we don't have the money, yet we're still bussing in millions of people. The low numbers estimate 21 million illegal people have come here on the taxpayer dime. Yet, families are having to move in with each other because they can't make bills. This is people with college degrees. This is young husband and wives starting out, having to move back with their parents, their children. It's insanity. And what the news and the media, the mass media, the legacy media does is just trickle things. And I think they do this to my YouTube. They censor the YouTube when I talk about this kind of stuff. They just trickle out little bits and pieces of information to keep you scared and divided. And like the system is this system that's created this debauchery, this division, this unrest. It's the same system on mass media, legacy media, telling you that, hey, we have the answer. Follow us. We have the solution. Go in this direction and do this, and this is for your greater good. And like it's all lies. So the whole point being, this is one of the most critical turning points in my time alive. It's very different from the country I grew up in. Maybe I'm just more aware. I don't know. But when you got to understand and the decline we've hit in the last 4 years since the COVID, think about the drop-off. Education, pretty much non-existent. Think about the drop-off in everything, economy, relations, societal, that whole atmosphere, the energy, everything's gone. Like we're in this dark time. And it's only gotten worse this last 4 years. I really believe in my heart and by God that we have an opportunity to completely turn things around. I truly do believe it in my heart of hearts. I'm a God-fearing man. I pray. And I pray for direction every day. And through the talking to God and open channels to God through other means, through recovery, I've been led away from TV, away from legacy media, into places where people have the hard conversations and talk about the tough shit. And I'm out there in society every day. I don't see people at war. You know, I see people concerned who want something, who want a good life again. This last 4 years has been hell. Trying to put something together. Trying to get some forward momentum. This is an important day. It's an important day. And a lot of people think, like I know you got an opportunity to just go vote today. That's all. You have an opportunity. It's a critical day that, well, I think people really need to take this election seriously. And I think every election should be taken seriously because it's one of our freedoms. It's one of the wonderful things about living in this country and have grown up in this country. And I think it's something we take for granted. Like when things are going good, we don't really pay any mind to it. But I think if you take a good, honest look at what's going on around you and what's going on in the world today, especially our country, which is like we're like the medium for the rest of the world to base their direction on. And it's our country's falling apart. It really has. And there is an air of change, like in the atmosphere. Like it's people understand we're a critical mass here. We need to make a change, which is good. So anyway, I'm encouraging you to go vote. Go vote. I'm sure all jobs, all occupations are required to let you go vote at some point. It matters. And if you're not going to do it for yourself, do it for the next generation. Do it for your kids, your potential kids, your potential grandkids. Because there's a lot of stuff that needs to be unfucked that has happened over the past 12 years. Which I would say the only breath of fresh air we've had is Trump coming in and navigating us through 4 years of, it seemed like, we were climbing out of a hole, we were actually doing better. And then right back down to the bottom. But that's all I have to say today. Go vote. Make a difference. And I don't care and make your voice heard. But pay attention before you do. Pay attention to where we are and where we've been these last 4 years. and look at the decline. Pay attention to that. So, I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you for coming in. Hit that like button. If you're not already, subscribe. And everybody have an amazing day.